Howdy y'all, this is Twitchonium here again, coming at you with another Crimson Vow quick draft here on the channel. Just want to start off by saying thank you all for the support on the videos up to now. Hope y'all enjoy this next draft. Let's go ahead and crack these packs and see what we open. Well, a land is never what you want to see in your rare slot, but that's alright. We'll see what other kind of options we have. Nice little double striking disturb creature that can come back and give disturb on another creature later in the game. Not bad. Nice little hasty spell for the late game as well. I am kind of a fan of the Blood Tithe Harvester. It's really good in the red-black blood token deck, but I don't know that I want to put myself into that deck specifically this early here. Gift of the Fangs is fine removal. The Scab and the Assistant are both great in the exploit decks. Lightning Wolf has done work for me in the Werewolves decks. So Recluse is fine in the black decks. Just two drop that can turn into a 3/3 with an upside is pretty strong as well. Here I think I'm kind of on the Geist, although I'm still not 100% certain. White is one of the weaker colors in this set. I guess it's kind of middle of the road. Yeah, I think I'm alright trying to start with a nice little white 2-drop though. Alright, and following that up, we've got another 2-drop that can get you some life gain synergies going. Could be on that. Would be alright with a double strike. If we do go that route, that is more of a black-white specifically kind of strategy. The Cobbled Lancer is pretty strong if you can enable it. Being able to cast it for only one is pretty good. And the Swarm for a late game blue flyer. Have more blue options here as well. I'm a little torn on this pick here. I think I'm tempted to just take another strong 2-drop with an upside and just stick to white here. And remember that there's a lot of blue open as well here that we could potentially wheel. Maybe get into a blue-white flyers kind of a deck. Well, and we do open a Braincomber here. Not bad, especially if we can get enough disturb cards. I would love to get this Lantern Bearer as well, especially if we do end up in that deck, but I think I might just go ahead and snatch up this Braincomber. Already works with both of our first 2 picks. Does put us into blue-white, but we already saw some blue cards that could wheel here. Yeah, I think that's a fine option we can go down. And now we have a nice piece of interaction. Go ahead and hover that for now. We also have some more graveyard flyer synergies here. And the soldier's more for the human training deck though. Same with the disciple. Yeah, I think I'm okay to take a nice piece of interaction. I'd love to wield the Geist. Wouldn't be a nice little flyer to add to the deck. And now we may end up taking the Assistant here, especially if we can pick up enough creatures with Disturb. We won't mind sacrificing them as much to the Exploit. Yeah, I think the Nurturing Presence is going to just be a little too slow. But I'm okay with grabbing an Assistant here, and then we can prioritize any Disturb cards a little more highly that we come across. Here we have Conditional Removal. It does come with a Scry, which is nice. This one feels like a trap to me. 4 mana to tap down 2 creatures. Just doesn't seem like a very impactful kind of a play. The Scab could be a nice top-end flyer, though. Keep us fueling our hands. The ambush is like a mediocre filler combat trick. Do we take the 1 mana conditional removal or the big top end flyer? I think I'm okay to take the flyer here. Might regret that later if we don't get any other removal, but for now I think that's fine. We did also take the rejection for some interaction. And now we can go ahead and take another piece of interaction here. Or we can take a Geist for some more enchantment disturb synergies. I think we only have, what, 2? Yeah, only 2 so far. But it is more unlikely that we're going to see more... the Geist is an uncommon, so we're less likely to see it again. I would like a copy of the Retrieval, though. And now we can pick up that Lantern Bearer we were hoping to get a copy of earlier. Could also take a Cradle of Safety. It's a nice little combat trick, can protect your creature or buff it up if you just need to. Get the +1/+1. And it's instant speed, which is always appreciated. But I don't think I can take it over the 1-drop flyer that also comes back and gives something else flyer later. It's a nice little 2-for-1 there on that body, and it goes with what we're trying to do. And we wield a Scab. Pretty nice if we do want to sacrifice things like the Lantern Bearer. Here, the Monstrosity can be an okay top-end card. Wretched Throngs can be alright if you have enough of them. And if we are going to get going on the exploit train, we do already have 2 exploit creatures. I think I could hedge my bets on a Throng if we come across enough. Nothing here for us. And here we can take the Training Human 2-drop. I think I'm going to take the Fear of Death and hope we don't have to play it. Nothing here, and we end on the Serpentine Ambush. It's not my favorite piece of interaction, but for now we'll go ahead and leave it in the deck. We have opened up a Mythic Spirit Soldier with Defender, Flying, and Vigilance. That's a 4/4 for 3, though. Haven't played with this card before, so let's take a look. At the beginning of your upkeep, if it has 2 or fewer counters on it, put a counter on it. As long as it has 3, it can attack as though it didn't have Defender. Has Disturb. Put a Judgment. Okay, so it's just the same thing, but it makes the opponent lose the game if they have the counters on it. I think I'm kind of on this card here. At the worst, it's a 3-mana 4/4 Flying Vigilant blocker. Would definitely like to have Whispering Wizard in the deck as well, just pumping out 1/1 flyers. Especially if we're going to be trying to cast things on the opponent's turn, like our interaction. Sanctify is not a bad piece of removal. A little narrow, but you take what you can get in white. But here I'm just going to snatch up this Judge. It looks like it has a lot of potential upside and very low downside. We have another white Mythic here that I am not familiar with. 7 enchantments is a lot. However, getting 1/1 spirits every time we cast an enchantment seems pretty good. How many enchantments do we actually have currently? Oh, I guess it's not going to count the Disturb cards. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. And we can prioritize enchantments pretty highly going forward. This might be a little slow, but I think I'm up for trying it out. What else do we have here? Got a little Vigilant 1/1 that can sack itself to make something else indestructible. Nice little indestructible combat trick. I would love to get some of those. And then that Piercing Light again. I am a pretty big fan of the Steelclad Spirit. Just a nice little 2-drop 3/3 that can hold the fort down for a while. Especially if we're going to try and play slower, more controlling flyers kind of strategy, we may end up wanting to do something like that. And here we have a nice little Catgeist that can both draw some cards on it or the enchantment side. I'm pretty happy to see that. Exactly what this kind of deck's looking for. I would love a Cradle of Safety as a piece of interaction that's an enchantment, but not going to pass up the Catgeist here. Also would be happy to take a Thirst of Discovery. Just draw 3, discard 1, hopefully. Griff Rider would be a fine 3-drop as well. It's a lot of good stuff in this pack for us. And now we can take a counter spell. What's our curve look like? I don't know that I need to take another assistant here. I think I'd rather pick up one counter spell just to have access to it. Not excited about a trainee. Some decent red spells and a black 2-drop in here. Ooh, and we have a Whispering Wizard. That is a nice way to keep pumping out spirits, and I believe this was spirit-based, yep. So any kind of spirit synergies would also be nice. The Binding Geist, same thing, it's both a spirit and an enchantment, but not the most exciting one. Would love to wield this, though. Here, I'm going to go ahead and snatch up this wizard, and now we just need to prioritize enchantments pretty highly. Do we want a piece of interactive bounce for cheap, or our first indestructible combat trick? I think I'd like the first indestructible combat trick. Punished. Although we do have another Lantern Bearer, which I'm going to go ahead and snatch up here. Heron of Hope, fine little, 2/3 flyer that can give you lifelink, but for us, I think this Lantern Bearer is going to be just what we're looking for. And now we have the Kindly Ancestor, another little great lifelinker that can come back and give something else lifelink. Wouldn't mind another Lunar Rejection, but actually let's pull out all of our non-creature spells here first. Is that it? I thought we had one more. Nope. The curve is looking pretty good. We've got a fair amount of 2-drops, although unless we get more Throngs, we're probably not going to want to play that one. We do have a lot of 1 toughness creatures, which could be a bit rough. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut the Throng for now. We really haven't seen any, and I don't know that the exploit strategy is what we really want to do anyways. I think we have enough removal that I'm down to take the Kindly Ancestor here. Oh, we did get another Throng. Not really huge on either of the other two. I mean, Artifact and Enchantment is fine, but there's some decks that this is just going to be a dead card in our hand, and I'd rather take the Throngs in case we do get enough of them. Here I am going to go ahead and snatch up that Steelclad Spirit. It works with our Spirit synergies, and it's just a great little blocker that can hold off until we can drop some of our later game plays. It's Cradle of Safety, excellent, just what we're looking for. Nothing here. Another Ambush. We're probably not going to play 2 of those. Even if we play 1, I'll be surprised. And pack number 3, let's see. We have another Bystander, although this is potentially one of our 2-drops that would get cut if we were going to cut one. We do have the Heron Bladegeist now, which does work pretty nicely with our flyer synergy, spirit synergies rather. Same with another Steelclad Spirit. I think I'm on either the Spirit or the Geist here. What's our top end look like? We just have the 1 Scab at 5. I think I'm up for taking one more 5-drop here, especially one that synergizes with our plan. And then we did wield the Spirit pretty late in the last pack, so hopefully we can get that one back again. Equipment's not really what we're looking to do. Could take a piece of interaction, kind of tempo play. And none of these really excite me all that much. I guess we could take this one as a Spirit, but man, does that not excite me. I think I'd rather have a counter spell than a tempo drop play, even if it does have a card draw tacked onto it. And I don't think we have any zombie synergies at all. I guess we have a couple, but they're probably on our exploit creatures that we're likely to cut. Yeah. Well, maybe not cut, but they're less synergistic. Yeah, we'll take another counter spell. Now we have another Screaming Swarm option here. There's another big flyer to potentially end the game, although I think we're okay on that front. We've got enough flyers on the deck that win conditions is not something we're going to be hurting for. Could take another Scab as a nice little way to return some interaction to our hand in the later game. It is only an instant or sorcery, though, so if we do... I guess we have plenty of instants and sorceries. None of them are extremely strong, though. Yeah. I think I'm okay actually taking a Scattered Thoughts here. Especially with the amount of Disturb cards we've got. We can just dump some of those into our graveyard. Draw 2.5, draw 3, kind of what this turns into. Yeah, I think we'll take our first copy of that. Now we do have another pretty solid exploit creature, the Diver Scab, which can sort of remove a creature there. I don't think we're taking anything else here. I guess we could, since we really do want the Spirit and Aura enchantment synergies. Maybe we do actually want to play a copy of Nurturing Presence. But do we have enough creatures for it? Yeah, we're doing alright on the creature front. But man, 2 mana for a 1/1, even with the synergies, just seems pretty weak. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take a Scab. I don't know that... No, you know what? I'd rather have another Indestructibility combat trick, I think. Now we can go ahead and grab up a Gutter Skulker here. Another nice little Spirit and Enchantment Disturb card. Meets all of our requirements. Wouldn't mind the Drogskol Inventory as well, but I think I'd like to get my first copy of the Skulker. I guess, how much do we have it for right now? We might not play this Scab that we have, so I think that's fine. We're hoping to wheel the... where was it? The Steelclad Spirit from earlier, so we're hoping to at least get one more 2-drop from there anyways. Cruel Witness. I seem to remember that doing a lot of work, but I don't know... I guess we are going to have a number of enchantments that are non-creature. We can keep it in there for now. And another excellent 2-drop for the deck here. I don't think we need more Cruel Witness. I think the 1 will probably be fine. We have the Wizard already we're going to want to be playing on turn 4, and the Skulker on turn 4 that are more synergistic to the deck. So if it wheels, I'll snatch it up, but get another Ancestor here first. And we have another Spirit. I think it's a little weaker than our 3-drops that are Disturbed, so I'll snatch it here, but we probably will cut that one. And we did wield the Steelclad Spirit. I am pretty happy to see that. I doubt we'll play either of these, but we'll snatch up a Spirit. And just a general filler 2-drop in case we need it. We did wield the Nurturing Presence. I still don't think we're going to play it, but better to have it and not need it. Oops. Alright. Not a bad looking little blue-white Disturb Flyers deck here. Let's take a peek and see how it ends up looking. So we definitely want to play both of the Lantern Bearers. We'll move our interaction over. I do like the Dawnheart Geist. It's a spirit and it has enchantment synergies. The Peasant I'm a little less keen on. I mean, it's not bad, and it can get us extra value later in the game, but I don't think we have enough ways to really reliably trigger the life gain portion of it. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it now. The Geist, nice little spirit enchantment synergy. The Cat Geist, same thing. And the 2 Steelclad Spirits. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. All of our early plays are spirits and or enchantments, or disturb cards, rather. So, pretty synergistic with our powerful plays we're trying to get to. We've got the Kindly Ancestors, which are both great. We're going to definitely play the Judge. I'm very curious to see how this plays out. If we can get a win off the Curse side, that would be pretty sweet. The Assistant, I think I do actually want to keep the Assistant in just for the scrying and card draw to help us get towards hitting our better plays, especially since we have a lot of these 1/1 creatures that do have Disturb that can come back and give us extra value. Not sure if we're going to play the counter spells. Not sure about this guy. For 4-drops, we definitely want to keep the Haunting. That's pretty synergistic and kind of what we're, between that and the Brine Comber, kind of what we're building the deck around. The Scab, I'm not super excited about. We just don't have as strong of instants and sorceries. We'd rather be getting back enchantments or creatures if we're going to do that. Yeah, I think the 4-drop slot, if we're going to cut anything, it's going to be the Cruel Witness here. And then 5-drops, I'm happy with both of these. Maybe we cut the Scab if we are really feeling like we need the space, but need to cut 4 here. I definitely like the card draw. How many critters do we have? 17. Yeah, we can definitely cut the spirit here. It's not doing that much for us. I don't like the ambushes. I think I'd rather have counter spells than the ambush. But does everything... Yeah, all of our non-creature pieces of interaction here would have flash or at instant speed, so... Which one of these do I like the least? I think the 2 counter spells. I think I'm okay with just running the 1 counter spell. Let's put these in curve and see how it looks. Looks pretty solid. See what our mana split is. More blue than white. Yep, 9/8 looks like a good place to be there. We are going to have a lot of disturb costs, so I'm okay running the 17 lands because we're going to want to be able to play a spell and then potentially disturb costs as well on top of that. So I think this looks like a pretty fun little deck here. Go ahead and get into the games, and I'll see y'all here shortly. Welcome to game number 1, y'all. We are here on the play with, as long as we can hit 1 more land, this is a pretty decent starter. I guess it is a little sketch because we only got the 2, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it and live on the edge a little bit. Might be the wrong decision, but I'll live with it if that happens. Opponent starting off with a nice little piece of fixing. Be curious if they're splashing 3 colors. Not that you need to for Evolving Wilds. And we'll get down our Spirit and start holding off the ground. If we don't draw into a land, we could technically cradle it just to get the attack in, but we do end up hitting the land. The opponent plays a Blood Fountain, which is a nice value play as the game goes on. Definitely need to keep that in mind. Now, I think we just drop this Ancestor and call it a day. Hopefully we hit 1 more land for the Wizard, and then we can start spitting out some 1/1 flying spirits. And if not, we'll just play another Ancestor. One nice thing about Disturbed is that it doesn't feel quite as bad if you do get blown out or end up trading off. Like if they flash something in here or remove our Ancestor, at least we'll end up being able to get some value out of it. Since we have another one, I'm okay with letting this one go to the bin. Next turn maybe we'll do that. But for now I think we'll just get the Wizard out. The next turn we can give our Spirit lifelink or our Wizard lifelink and then swing in with the Spirit that turn. Opponent probably regretting using the Abrade on the Ancestor. Wizard's pretty scary. Interesting. We got our big defending flyer dude here. I think we are going to go ahead and let's read this guy. Could turn into a 3/3 flyer. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and disturb up our Wizard here. And then we can swing in with both, and we've got some combat tricks if it becomes necessary. Those look like a pretty good spot to be. I think I actually am okay to sack the 1/1 here. I'd rather keep a nice little 1/3 instead of giving them a flyer of their own. Next turn we will let them flip after we've played the judge out and we have a nice blocker for their 3/3 flyer. Although, do we have a human? We do have a human, so it is going to be a 5/3. Yeah, we definitely don't want to let that thing flip. Helena and Elena. That is a very, very scary card. You're going to hope that they... Yeesh. They block something when we attack here, which is very unlikely, but gonna have to cross our fingers. Alright, we'll go ahead and swing first with our wizard, see if they want to try and trade off. If we play the judge, we still have enough for the combat tricks. And we can play them on their turn to create the 1/1s for sacrificial purposes. We'll see what they end up going for here. That Helena and Elena is one of, if not the strongest rares in the format, if I remember correctly. Just, I wish it was just a temporary pump, but the fact that it, gives them the counters is just brutal. So this is going to be a 5/5, a 7/5. So this will trade into, no, 7, it's going to be a 9/7, which this is not enough to trade with. This is tough. I think we are gonna go ahead and block with the spirit, or sacrifice the spirit. That way we can potentially trade here with the traveler with our adamant will. If they remove our judge, though, this is going to be pretty rough. Wedding invitation, draw a card, alright. It's a human, not a vampire, thankfully. They can make their creature unblockable this turn. Yikes, but they don't feel that necessary, I'm sure. And we'll go ahead and... Oh, that's not enough. I did my math wrong. Well, we're going to do it now that I've already declared blockers. Even if they don't kill it, we'll get a 1/1 flyer here. And now they'll remove it. Hey, that's fine. If they were going to use that anyways. And this might be our out towards killing them if we can get a couple more lands here. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and play out all our critters. Actually, this is tough. This thing we're going to have to chump block. Yep. Go ahead and just swing in with our 3/2 again. Alright, we'll try to save our wizard here. Alright, and we managed to get rid of the Elena, so now we just have to deal with the giant creature it left behind. We will go ahead and sack one of our flyers. We can't afford to have a giant flyer on their end of the board there. But we'll see if they start if they keep attacking with their Traveler or not now. Be happy to trade off our Lantern Bearer once we get it into play. That way we can equip up one of our Lifelinkers. Alright, gotta get another blood token. And now I believe they can... I guess they could have already done that if they wanted to. Get back their Helena. And they have the potential to make a lot of zombies. Alright, we'll go ahead and get in with our flyer here. And drop our Lantern Bearer. Yep, we'll sack that one and then chump block if they attack with the bearer. Although I probably should have sacked the bearer and done that in reverse. I just really don't want to have to be chumping with either of these guys. Well, not chumping, but just double blocking. I'm expecting them to get back Helena and Elena here pretty soon. Although at this point, one more land is enough to put that judge on them. I think that's really our out here. That or getting big flyers onto the board. Yeah, that'll do that. At least they do have to sacrifice him for it. It doesn't... I think we're fine taking one from this. We have gained a bunch of life already. They can make a zombie with a blood token if they want to. Oh, excellent. We'll go ahead and enchant them up with our judgment here. And now they're on, what, a 2-turn clock? 3-turn clock? Yeah, we'll just hold back and see if we can't hold down the fort for a few turns. Exile, that is not what we like to see. Really need to top deck a creature of some sort. Just some kind of body we can get out there. Oh, that's right. 7/7 flyer is a 3-turn clock. I'm going to decline, actually. If they can hit us with that one, that's fine. If this dies, or I guess when this dies, it's going to lifelink anyways and can come back and give something else lifelink. So our life total shouldn't be the problem. At least not yet. Oh, this has menace. Oh, I did forget about that. And wedding security is pretty good. What I wouldn't give for a little proliferate right now. Yep, unless we can get some more critters or a flying creature specifically, this is gonna go poorly for us. Hopefully they'll play a creature here. Some kind of giant creature. That is not a giant creature. And we have lost, I believe. Curious why they took so long to do that if they had the removal in their hand the whole time. Still, not a terrible little start for our blue-white deck. Just definitely got outvalued. And I mean, that Elena, it turned a creature that should have been nothing into a biggest threat on the board. So Cool. I'll see y'all in game number 2 here. Hey y'all, welcome to game number 2. We are on the play again with another hand that only has 2 lands, but I'm going to go ahead and keep this one as well. Got a nice 2-drop into 3-drop if we can't hit our lands into 4. Let's get our white out first. I think we have some double white cards in the deck. And we do hit our 3rd land, so just 1 more and we're off to the races here. See if they remove our Geist first thing here. Ah, Death Touching Scorpion. We will swing into that. And drop an Ancestor. I don't actually mind trading the Ancestor off, even if I am trading down, because if we can get the Wizard out, then we can make a token off of replaying the enchantment side. Opponent on the red-white werewolf strategy here, which can be pretty scary. We are going to go ahead and attack first and see how they choose to block. Do we care to save the Ancestor? Nah, we already said as much. Although now that we didn't draw the land, maybe I do want to keep it. I think I do. We still have enough interaction here. And that thing's just going to be, you know, lingering over our heads the whole time until we get rid of it. May as well do it while we get some lifelink back. And Ulvenwald Oddity. That is a bomb rare if I've seen one. Yikes, and we are getting punished for the keep. I think we'll go ahead and swing again and see if they block this time, and we'll do another combat trick if so. Alright. And here I'm going to go ahead and just hold up, even though we could drop another Ancestor and it flips this guy. I think I'd rather counter. Say they play another Elena like the last match. This is already a very strong start for their werewolf deck. Or I guess just green beaters at this point. Man, that Oddity, one of my favorite cards from the set. Just attacking with the 1. Interesting. I'll take it. Playing a Hook Hand Miner, going to be very difficult for us to block. We still have not hit our land. Yeah, we'll go ahead and attack one more time and see what they want to block with. All right, let's see. Who do we want to save? I think probably the Geist. Or I guess which one do we want to get rid of more? Except Trample. No Trample, but going to be very hard for us to block. This one... Yeah, I think we need to get rid of the Oddity here. As much as I'd like to keep my Geist. And at least we can come back and give the Ancestor double strike now, which is a pretty nice little play. If we can get the Geist and the Cradle onto it, then it can actually profitably block some of their stuff here. But we're going to take 12 this turn. Yeah. Oh, we need to double spell just to flip it back into daytime again. Otherwise, we have no shot of winning this. So, I think I'd rather get the extra toughness on the lifelinker here. No vigilance, right? Nope. But yeah, we just have no shot if they are swinging in with all those huge creatures. Yep. Yep. Alright. And this one's over as well. My fault for keeping the sketchy starting land hand. We just didn't hit our lands when we needed to early and kind of got off pace there. But I'll see y'all in round number 3. Hey y'all, we are in game number 3 this time. We are on the play with a little more controlling of an opening hand, which I think I'm okay with giving that a try instead of keeping a little more sketch hand like we have been. Can bounce whatever they play early and then potentially counter something big. Ooh, I will go ahead and actually get the Geist out here though. If they want to kill a Lantern Bearer, I'm fine with that. Ooh, interesting. I think I am going to go ahead and just get the Judge out here early. No reason not to. Start ticking up those counters. Opponent playing a white-green deck. Usually human-themed. They have gone ahead and flipped it into Knight. Probably going to remove our guy here. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and just bounce that werewolf or werewolf right there to their hand. And we'll swing in with both. And hold up a nice little piece of protection there. Another Weaver of Blossoms. I guess it's the same Weaver of Blossoms. Really would love to hit another blue source for this here. Guess we can't play the Lantern Bearer if we want to hold up the counter spell. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and attack both here. Keep the pressure on. No, I'd rather use the Akroma's Will defensively if needed. And if not, we can counter whatever creature they try to play here. Hopefully they'll try to play something big. Guess a Planeswalker works too. Child of the Pack is definitely worth countering. Kind of a bold splash, I suppose, in a deck like that. Can we attack now? Yeah, I think we can. And we'll give that guy indestructible here. And now we'll go ahead and drop another little nice defensive critter. You know, I'm going to go ahead and crack this now and just drop the Lantern Bearer. If we do hit another blue, we're going to want to spend it on the Scab, and if not, we'll just play him and give one of our creatures flying. Probably the double striker. Opponent has a bit of lifelink, but no reach is not going to do the trick. And that'll do it. We're going to go ahead and take game number 3. At least we didn't get skunked this draft. I'll see y'all in game number 4. Howdy y'all, we are in game number 4, and I am on the play with a pretty reasonable starting hand here. I can play everything in hand, which I'm always a fan of. Probably get the Geist down first, since I don't think we have any enchantments we're going to be playing early anyways. I think I am going to see if they want to take the trade, and we can... Yeah, they don't trust it. I don't blame them. Go ahead and drop the Ancestry here. Pretty nice blocker for their Taxidermist. Taxidermist, a great little, yep, ramp spell there, though. This is tough. We could exploit the Geist so that it gets into the graveyard and we have the enchantment to use later. I think I'm okay doing that, because I do really want to hit my extra land for the wizard here. Still didn't hit the land, that's right. At least we can double block the Child of the Pack now if they do choose to attack with it. And bouncing Wolf or Werewolf is going to be pretty nice in this situation as well. Looks like they may have some sort of removal for our Ancestor. Opponent with access to a fair amount of mana here. The world is their oyster, you say? Guessing they have one of the fight spells. Or deal damage to, kind of a thing. Yeah, this is very, very suspicious. I don't think we're going to go ahead and double block that. Alright, and we did draw the land, which we may want to go ahead and double spell here just to keep the tempo going. In fact, I think that is most definitely the play. We'll go ahead and bounce the werewolf here. Draw a card, and then we'll drop the spirit in second man. See if they have that combat trick they want to try and use now with the Taxidermist. +3, +0 is going to give it 4. We'll see what they block. Yep, that's alright. I'll trade a combat trick for my disturbed creature that gets more value later. And going to abrade our aspirant. I think I am going to go ahead and just keep him safe. And then next turn we can give him double strike and or lifelink. Or neither. Get a 3/3 flyer going, get our wizard going. I think I'd rather have the wizard here. They'll have to just spend their turn making a wolf if they want to flip it. Yeah, Child of the Pack, very good, although they are not going to flip it tonight now. Opponent gonna impulse draw 2. Okay, how do we want to play this? We can give something lifelink and something double strike. Or we can play a 3/3 flyer or a 2/5 flyer. I think let's start with double strike and making a guy. And I think I'm okay with just dropping the spirit here as well. If they do triple block to kill it, I get to kill all their stuff. If not, we're just trading for Child of the Pack, which I'm still pretty fine with. Should have played the spirit post combat. And it's a tough choice for the opponent, because that Child of the Pack is likely their one shot at victory here. There we go, that makes more sense. Hopefully they'll just spend their turn making wolves. Or they're going to go ahead and play out some wolves. Spore Crawler, that's a pretty good play. Nice wide board there. Oh, this is going to be nice once we start playing our enchantments. At least we have one that we can play. Can we take the whole turn off right now, though? I think we probably can. I think I'd rather get this down now and, yeah, get another spirit going. But we'll just hold back for now. They're likely to just spend their turn making the wolves now so that they can turn it to night. Well, I guess they have to. They don't have any cards in hand. Which is fine. Well, not fine, but... Ooh, that is going to start being a problem. But we will give our assistant lifelink now, which is a nice way to combat that. And then I think we will go ahead and... No. We'll swing in the air. They don't have any reach creatures, right? Yeah. We'll just gum up the board with our own giant-sized board and get it flipped back over to day here. If they want to try and race us. Ooh, that is a problem, though. Now they can try to race us. And it did shrink our... Wait, it didn't? Oh, it's the spirits not equal to the enchantments. That's good to know. It's 7 or more enchantments to give everything flying and vigilance. Okay. Apologies if there's some noise outside. Looks like there's a fire police issue. I don't know that we can do this. I'm going to take 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think this is looking rough. Opponent thinking hard here. All right. We do not have 2 creature cards in our graveyard, unfortunately. And we only have 9 damage in the air. Well, we may as well double spell and turn it back into day again. That leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers, but we're dead to the dude anyways, so I guess we just attack all. Yeah, I think this is just GG. Alright, well, good little draft here, and sorry about the distraction there towards the end. There are a lot of fire trucks and ambulances outside. I hope everybody's alright. But that's going to do it for us, and I will see y'all in the next draft video.